So here we go, another terrible experience at East Carolina University. And if you look below my other videos, I've got one, I've got other ones besides this, but let me get into this one. So I was put in a group project with 3 other people, and I took the lead. I was the one texting, making sure that everyone's going to get together at a certain time. People seem kind of flaky, but I was there making sure, okay, we're going to do it this way. I got the group together. All right. Got the group together and we started working on the assignment. I started working on it. I have the criteria that was given to us by our professor pulled up right there on one half of my screen, and the assignment that we're all working on together on Google Documents on the other side of my screen. And I'm literally copying and pasting the criteria for the assignment into our document. That way we could go and we could add what needs to be added. So I was putting what exactly we needed into the assignment. And really, we had spent very little time on it. I had already done most of the typing. Well, most people, other ones just doing the formatting and all that stuff. I was doing most of the typing, most of the talking, and I was working on the assignment. And people started mentioning, oh, we don't need to do that part of the assignment. That's not in the PowerPoint slide. And so I politely mentioned, look, I'm not sure where you're getting the PowerPoint slide, but let me let you know that PowerPoints are made as a brief introduction to the material. That's what PowerPoints are. PowerPoints are not the final say a lot of the times, unless your professor tells you, hey, this PowerPoint is what you base your assignment off of. You really shouldn't be basing your assignment off of PowerPoint. So that was my point, because there were things in the criteria that weren't in the PowerPoint. So they were saying, and for example, one of them was called sanctions. And so they're like, well, let's remove sanctions. It's not in the PowerPoint. And then I said, well, where are you getting this information from? Because I see sanctions right here listed under the criteria of what we need to do. And they're like, well, if you want sanctions so bad, then why don't you just do it yourself and put it in there and do sanctions? I said, first of all, it's not about sanctions. It's about the project criteria and where we're getting it from. Okay, so if the criteria says we need to put sanctions in it, then we need to put sanctions in it to get the proper grade, right? But it was really apparent at this point that my group was just completely focused on getting the project out. We had only spent at this point maybe 15 minutes, and they're already complaining that we need to get this done. We need to finish this. And they not only that one sanctions thing, but there are multiple other things that we hadn't done in the criteria. And once again, I was very calmly explaining, look, I have the criteria pulled up right here. I've copied and pasted most of it, into the document that we need to do. Okay, and some of them require 1 point, some of them require 2 points. And a lot of our work only had 1 point when it required 2 points. And they're already getting ready and said, okay, I think we're ready to submit it. And I'm saying, hold on, we haven't finished it according to the criteria. And then they're like, oh, if you want to add something, you go ahead and do it yourself. You go ahead and submit it and add it. And obviously, that's not how a group project works, and that is absolutely disgusting. And at one point, it turned into me, and I've been very calm, very passive, and I helped set up this group, set up the Zoom meeting, coordinate the text, make sure everyone's there. Done, pretty much done everything to lead the group to where they were. And then also started and done the majority of the work. Okay, so I've done all this, and now I'm getting attacked because I want to follow the project criteria instead of a summarization in a PowerPoint slide. And literally, I'm trying to explain with a calm voice, even calmer than I am now. All right, a calm voice, explaining, look, it's not about the little stuff. It's about following the criteria. This is not a hard project. It's an easy assignment, but let's just make sure we do it right, because it's not worth it to lose points on an easy assignment. Anyways, the conversation deteriorated, and I ended up having people a lot younger than me talking to me very rudely. So I just went ahead, and I have anxiety issues, so I just went ahead and exited the call. And then, of course, here they are texting. Oh, did you end the call? I said, yeah, I did. And yeah, it really went downhill for them. They mocked me. I mean, you know what they said? I'm not going to show personal text messages. But what I was told is, and this is interesting for the professor, you might want to know. One of the students said, "This is not that serious. This is not that serious." So here we are. This is the group contract for the whole semester, I believe. We're going to be in these groups. This is the contract that we're making as a group to decide how we continue forward. And it's not that serious, according to some people. And these same people are the ones that want to cut corners and try to utilize a summarization in a PowerPoint slide and get hostile and get aggressive when they're told that no, we should be using the criteria for the project. So these same people are telling me it's not that serious. So I said, look, if I want a 17-year-old give me advice on what's serious and what's not, I'll go ahead and I'll let you know. And then I think even before that, they're sending laughing emojis at my comments, and the entire time I'm 100% respectful and just trying to get through the situation. That's the only comment I made that could have been pursued is negative. But literally, the girl's 17, and she's telling me that my college work and our work as a group isn't serious. So, it is serious, and I'll stand by what I said. If I want advice on what's serious and what's not from a 17-year-old girl, I'll let you know. Until then, let's listen to the professor and listen to the criteria and do what the project says to do. All right? That's serious. College. We're in college. This is serious. This is serious business. So, these group projects, absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Especially online. These have been absolutely abysmal. So many students just do their own thing, have no respect. Their parents didn't teach them anything. They haven't learned anything. I don't know what to do. And I'm making this video, and I've said it before in my other videos, that I'm going to start documenting this process of me going to school, because I'm going to university for knowledge. The degree in the end, if I even get there, it's not worth much. And I'm going for biology, because I want that degree to certify me to work with animals that I might not otherwise be able to work with without a degree. So that's why a degree is important for me, but my main pursuit is knowledge. And with 95% of these students, they're just going in for the degree. They're going in to do it as quickly and easily as possible, and they'll lie and they'll cheat and they'll be two-faced about the rest of it. And here we are, day one. It's not getting by me. I'll expose you. If you come at me fake, I'll expose you, just like this person. Exposed. Well, she even did it herself, coming out and attacking me. All I'm saying is let's follow the group criteria, which wasn't hard. We had maybe 4 more sentences to add. And if they weren't so rude, and if they weren't so aggressive about it, and offended about trying to do the right thing, I would have easily done all of that by myself. Oh, and by the way, one of the group members didn't even show up. Yeah, that's good. One of them didn't even show up, and she was texting, She was texting. So the meeting was supposed to be at 1 o'clock, and she's texting around like 11:30 or 12 or something. Oh, I have to volunteer somewhere until 4 o'clock, but 90% chance I'll make it. But if not, you could just text me, and we'll do it like that. And I said in the message, yeah, 1 o'clock works for me, or we could move it further into the evening to avoid this complication. And she says, oh, never mind, it's fine, I'll make it. Of course, she never shows up. So that's group number one. Group member number one doesn't show up. Group number two and three, really, it was mainly one of them, but number three too, getting pretty aggressive, pretty hostile over nothing, over absolutely nothing. I mean, following the program requirements or the project requirements, we could have got that done in 10 minutes. We could have got that done in less than 10 minutes if we just got together and did it. But they wanted to be reading some random PowerPoint, trying to cut corners. So anyways, this is a rant. This is my video. I'm going to start documenting this process. It is disgusting. We are in for some hard times with these students coming up. Man, I wouldn't be keeping your money in USD. I'd be buying, well, we'll get into that later.